Hello, everybody, wherever you may be from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio eventually.
And now, a Larry moment.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll talk about that today, friends. Also, what skill would you like to hand down to somebody else in amateur radio? Plus, we're also going to talk about extended single sideband, and we'll have your comments coming from around the world today. Also, taking a look today at the ICOM 7600. Talk about that. Live from Central Florida, here comes Ham Radio Live. You guys gonna have your drumsticks ready? I bet you do. I think it's the most iconic drum beat in rock. Has to be. Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. Hang on, there's a little more. Okay, you got it. Phil, I thought you'd get to it by now, sorry. You gotta have some fun, because this has been quite a run today for me, friends. I hope you enjoy the program. We're not going to get to the drum roll, but we'll all do it together. I promise. It'll be an activity for group. It's Wednesday, May the 13th, 2026, and from Central Florida. Hang on. Here comes the drums. Are you ready? Do it together now. Oh gosh, that's just fantastic. Start the darn show. Wow. Oh, the best beat on a tom-tom drum ever. Hi, everybody. I'm Larry Adil. My call sign, Ham Radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November. I don't make it a habit of doing this program 17 times before I finally come on. But, geez, I got cuts in my head. So anyway, it's been a long day. If you'd like to get in amateur radio, we'd love to be able to help you do so. Contact the Radio Society of Great Britain or the wonderful people at the American Radio Relay League. Two good groups. They are. And they can help you get licensed. Just reach out to them at www.arrl.org. Click on the contact part of their page. Tell them you want your ham license and where you live in the world. That's very important because you're going to have questions that you need answers to, right? You're also going to have to be able to get a little bit of help. And that's how you get that help, through the local ham club. www.arrl.org. And let them know that Ham Radio Live sent you. Would you please do that, please? Would you please, please, please? Been doing this show for 5 years now. Might as well get something out of it here. Also, we do have an email here, info@hamradiolive.org. And we did get a really neat email that came in. Take a look at this call, QRP Indoor Antenna. Amazing.
Found and all the best. QRZ from Zulu 36 Tango.
Delta Kilo 5, Oscar, November, Victor, QRP.
CK5 Oscar Nancy Victor QRP. Ginta, you're 5 and 5, Ginta.
Thank you for the 5 and 5. You 5 and 9. 59 on my indoor antenna. I'm running 10 watts. Thanks for the contact, 7-3, and have a happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay.
5-9.
Bisschen schwitzen. 73, alles gut.
It's been one of those
73,
days.
schönen Abend. Bye-bye.
Okay, QRZ 20 from Zulu 36 Tango.
Wow.
Yeah.
First attempt.
Yeah.
He had me.
No
10
joke.
watts on the TS590 SG. Thank you so much, Ace. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Ace. We appreciate you
The
here.
band is... I can figure that out, that the band is noisy on his end, but not too noisy. 5 and 5. He is 5'7" to 5'9", yeah?
Hey,
Most likely
Gunter, good
5'9".
job. Yeah. Gunter, thank you. You can find more great calls like that in his YouTube channel. Just search YouTube, DK5ONV. That's Delta Kilo 5 Oscar November Victor. Remember, please subscribe. Yes, we always want you to do that. We also do have a web page here. By the way, if you'd like to send us a video of what you do on the radio, we'd sure love to share it with the world. It's a joy for me to do that. It really is. I'm not trying to be silly. It's just, it's the amount of stuff that's went wrong. It's, look at this. Look at my head, for gosh sakes. Anyway, please just send me something over at info@hamradiolive.org. We'll make sure and share it with the world. We also do have a website, one-stop shop for fun and frivolity and neat stuff too, including your weather maps, the expeditions, contest calendar, band conditions. It's all right there at www.hamradiolive.org. We have a Discord page also, ham-radio-live. That's also free to use, just like the website is. Feel free and take a look. There's a lot of times people come in after the show and just hang out and talk there at the after show party. Love to be able to see you there on Discord. Today's topic question, this one we've never asked before, and how it came when I last came live, right? And it was Martin, and I remember Jeff was in there, and I think it was Martin, Jeff, and Eamon. It was those three. And I had to stop because this wasn't in the show yet. The topic question. I can get by with like the sign-off not being here, or maybe a video segment not being here, a picture, right? I can't do without the topic question because the whole show is built around that. So forgive me for that. Today's topic question, what skill would you like to hand down to another ham? Have you ever thought of that? You being an inspiration to someone else and handing them something down that could help them very much in amateur radio. Think about it. Let us know in the comment section. You can answer more than once, and we'll find out what your thoughts are on this program. Let's find out who's first, second, and third for both shows. Wow. First up in both programs, which is amazing, Martin in Holland. By the way, that's continent number 1. Yep, Pop Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Let's give him a big beep beep, please. Hi, Martin. Welcome back again and again. He came in first both times. Also, want to thank Jeff in Sherwood, Oregon. Alpha Delta 7 Lima November. Big applause for Jeff, please. Poor Jeff had to put up with me going, well, I'm not in the habit of doing this show this many times and having to stop, but I got to stop one more time is because the darn topic question wasn't in. Jeff, thank you for coming in. Continent number 2 is here as well. My goodness, do you realize at the very top, I'm in Central Florida, right? So I'm in North America. The first person comes in from Europe, so that's Martin in Holland. Second one is from Asia. Continent number 2, that's Tom in the Middle East. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Give him big applause, please. No, hold on. He's coming from the Middle East. Give him beep beep as well, please. Yes, thank you, yes. Nice job. I love the production team today is doing quite well. Tom, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Round 2. Gosh, I hope not. There's content number 3 finally here. That's Mike in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, Mike. It's good to see you, my friend. Kilo Golf 2, Mike. Mike has a great YouTube channel as well. Go to his YouTube channel. Check out some of the calls he makes. They're phenomenal. Mike, it's great to have you here. Thank you for being here. There's my dear friend, Eamon Azar. Give him a beep, beep, too. Go ahead. Yeah, fine. That was also for you, Mike. Let's give everyone a beep, beep today. Oh, boy. Barry Wendon. Hi, Barry. Golf 6, Juliet, Mike X-Ray, the United Kingdom, checking in back-to-back here because Andy New, all the way from Bristol in the UK, is here. His Mike 7, Charlie Union November. Welcome back. Good to have you. And Mike says, we always like your shows no matter what. Shut up! He was being nice. Come on now. Be nice, Sam.
You better say your prayers, you flea-bitten varmint.
Wow.
I'm gonna blow you to smithereens.
They're not happy because the show is late today. But, I didn't expect, I knew I'd go to the dermatology. I knew that was coming. So I was prepared mentally and physically for that. But I was not prepared to have to go to the store and then the pharmacy, not once, but twice.
Come on, quit stalling.
I did. The first time, I'm sorry, sir, your prescription's not ready. Look, it popped up saying it's ready on my phone. I'm sorry, sir, it's not here. You've got 3 different profiles of me in your system. There's 3 of them.
And now, a Larry moment.
Bit late with that. Anyway, and so I said, I've got ice cream and perishables in my car. I'm not going to, it's 90 degrees outside. I'm not going to let my groceries go bad because I'm here for a prescription that you're supposed to already have. And and the lady is so mad. I was so mad. I don't get mad very often, but this time, oh man, I'm waiting with 3 other people at 3 different stations, right? And then she goes, this one lady says, so-and-so, can you please help the man there on the number 1 terminal? And she goes, well, I guess I could, but I am busy over here. Excuse me? I'm sorry. I suppose I'm just here to spend money and walk out the door.
You'll pay for this.
Oh, man. I swear to you, because I want to get the show done too, right? So I had stuff to do. And I'm there, and I got the text saying it was ready, and I know that the pharmacy has 3 separate accounts for me. 1 account's no, that's fine. Just give me 1 account. So I look at this gal, and she goes, like I said to you, sir, it's not ready yet.
Go away, boy, you bother me.
I was just livid. Anyway, so I walked out and I said, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to lose my groceries in the car because you guys can't get yourself together. Stop sending me text messages if my stuff isn't ready. And I walked away, right? So, no kidding. I'm on the way home and they call again. No kidding.
That dog's as subtle as a hand grenade in a barrel of oatmeal.
Mr. Deal, your prescription is ready. And we're very sorry for what happened at the counter. We've been very busy and we're very sorry. But are you close? Are you still in the parking lot? Can you come back in? And is it possible?
I can't wait all day.
I said, I'm almost home. I've got to get the stuff in the freezer and the fridge. I'll be back. I'll get it. So when I get back, the pharmacist helps me out. And he's like, Larry, I am really sorry. Told him 3 different accounts, 1 pharmacy, cut out the 2 accounts. The other 3 people already said they'd get rid of those 2 accounts in the same pharmacy, the same company. I'm only 1 person. I don't need 3 accounts. Oh, gosh. And when you get there, you got to put your name in right with your date of birth so that the person helping you can see on the computer what prescriptions are ready for you. That's how they do things here, right? So I'm like, okay, great. Well, here it is. And it won't take my information. It says, I'm sorry, there's no information for you here, sir. No, it says there's no information for you here at this time. An associate will come and help you. I'm like, it doesn't work. It can't, because there's 3 accounts
Stand
here.
up, boy. You're tripping over your own feet.
Oh my gosh. So when I get back, the pharmacist says, okay, listen. Here's what I've done. I've got everything worked out to 1. Now, this is your name, right? Yeah, I know my name. Here's your date of birth. Yep, that's my date of birth. Okay. Is this okay? Everything right here. So when you punch in the stuff to the computer, it'll work out like this, right? Yes. That's fine. I need to go home now. And he's looking at me. He's like, okay, no problem. I just want to make sure you have 1 account now. It's all done.
Adios, you chicken plucking little stinker!
Oh my gosh. So I said, would you do me a favor? Sure. Would you please tell that girl behind you that if she's working with the public, it is generally accepted that you treat them kindly and make them not think that you're going out of your way because you're so busy to come and help them, okay? Oh my gosh. Don't make it sound like it's a problem to come help somebody at the front there, because that's your job. Customer service. You're at a pharmacy, for goodness sakes. Oh my gosh. Here's my rant. Hi, welcome to Ham Radio. Oh gosh. And Mike's got his air drums ready, which is very good. Thank you. He's got the best drums in all of rock. Bum, 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 bum. I used to play the drums. I used to. Roger McKeon, he's from Spokane. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima Lima X-Ray, and Maggie makes K9. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. I'm calming down now. It's good. Hi, Martin. Thank you for the peace signs. Always a pleasure. And here is Jeff. He's back from Sherwood, Oregon. Alpha Delta 7, Lima, November. Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Kevin's here from Iowa. Hi, Kev. Got my air drums and sticks ready to roll. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo. Thank you very much for coming. And here's Jeff from Canada. Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Juliet. And he's the first one to answer our topic question, which is less is more. Expand on that. That's very less. Let us know, Jeff. Eamon in Indiana, November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra. See, Eamon, I remembered the call now. Gosh. He would like to pass down the skill of making effective antennas. That's brilliant. That's a great skill, actually. If you teach the formula, right, it's simple if they learn the formula, because it's not hard to do, and then they can make their own antennas. And man, if you're proficient enough that you can, look at Callum. Callum McCormick wasn't an expert antenna builder 15 years ago, whatever, right? He learned. He grew, he tried stuff, he made mistakes, I'm sure, and then he learned from those mistakes to get stronger and stronger. Now he's one of the best antenna people in the entire world in ham radio, not just the United Kingdom. People buy his products from all over the world. That's a great skill. Eamon, great stuff. Love that. Love that. Mike 3, Tango Lima Juliet, hello, and thanks for coming to the show again. It's good to see you. I need to put your call sign in because I will just, I want to just say hello to you. And that is Barry back from the wonderful country of Great Britain. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming to join us from England today. Thank you, Barry. Ooh. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh, you guys are very nice. Thank you. Andy says, my prescriptions, I'm on 9 come by post and I order them with the surgery. See, I used to do that, but then they messed it up. And I'm like, I want to be in control of going and getting them. That way I know that I've got them and they're here, right? And this happened to be because of the dermatology thing. Because, oh man, you know what? That's really bad. He said, I need to get to that. We got to get you in for surgery. And right now, the first thing, we got to get rid of that infection. I didn't know it was infected. I didn't know, it's on top of my head. I just know it hurts. That's all I know, right? So that's why I was at the pharmacy. And that's why I was like, we got to get this done. I got to do YouTube. Don't you get I do YouTube here? Anyway, Jeff in Sherwood, Oregon, sounds like my pharmacy experience is at least once a year. I'll be nice and not say the location or name of the pharmacy. Thank you, Jeff. Jose, like to be able to hand down to someone in ham radio the skill of soldering. Ooh, including hot air with surface mount components. Ooh, wow, that is really a great skill. Good for you, man. Good for you. Seriously, that's something. Volunteer like with the Scouts, right? Or possibly like a school district, if you can do it, Jose, where you can come in, the ham radio stuff, and perhaps a local ham club, right? That'd be great. I think it's a really good thing because, who was it? Oh man, gosh darn. This came up before where I was trying to tell you guys about a ham. Wait. Wrong. Sorry. You guys know I love pinball. This is how it worked. There's a guy who's a huge pinball designer. He's like been at the top of his game for 30 years in pinball. And the first job he got with Williams Pinball, which was Bally Williams back then, they made some of the best pinballs in history in the 90s. And it was because he knew how to solder that they gave him a job at Williams Pinball. Back in that time, it was Williams only. And he carried that into a design career. Now he's like a top paid designer still in pinball. Pretty cool. Andy Newman, I'm not sure how that translates to ham radio, but it shows you how soldering's important. They hired him because he knew how to solder. Well, Andy in Bristol, I'd pass on the listening skills I developed as a shortwave listener. That's a great skill. The virtue of patience when trying to make DX calls and tuning sideband signals. Listening is a huge skill. Andy, nice comment. Love that. Star by that one. Jeff, in Canada, less power equals forced to focus on better antennas. Oh, this is brilliant. You don't need an entire shack filled with radios to be skilled ham. It's easy for new hams to buy a bunch of gear they don't need. That could right there be comment of the program. No kid. Right there. Right there. Because what happens, right, is, and I don't have a catalog here. They get the HRO or the DX Engineering or Ofcom, name the catalog. It's got stuff in it, right? And they go, oh, well, that's a great looking radio. Look at that. Hey, that would sure look good in here. And guess what? They're not improving their calls at all. They're just staying stagnant. I love what you're saying. Better antennas. That makes the radio better. And you need just one to work. And that's all. Perfect comment. That's brilliance. Jeff, that's brilliance. Less power equals forced to focus on better antennas. Love that. Got to get to the weather. I'm late. Your HF forecast today, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Visit them at Dayton Hamvention. They've got a whole bunch of space, and it looks like maybe a new HF radio there. We'll see. South, the sunspot number is down to 67. The SFI is down 7 from yesterday. Still low on your geomagnetic field. That's your noise floors, but that's going to go up, kids. It's going to be kind of loud tomorrow. They have 80 through 15 are okay. They're not going to be too bad. An SFI of 111 is not the greatest. And there's a reason. Look at the magnetosphere view. We only have 3 sunspot regions. This is almost what it looks like in at the end of year 9, middle of year 10 of a solar cycle. The way it's dropped so fast is just astounding. So very, very rough conditions today. And it doesn't look like we're going to have higher SFIs, at least in the next couple of days. Take a look at this geomagnetic forecast. We have a coronal hole that's going to be facing Earth starting tomorrow. It's going to come in late in the day, and you'll see it. You'll really see it on your noise floors on Friday. Look at that. That's a G2 storm. Look at like a KP 5 to a 6. The numbers go to 9. So, yeah, you could have noise floors being pretty high towards the end of the week. And see, I knew there'd be stuff that just did not make it to the show, unfortunately, and that would be your maximum usable frequency map today, and I apologize. Your HF forecast, powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio. Sporadic 6-meter E-skip openings are out there. Decent solar flux indexes could be so much better, though. Expect fading on the HF bands this week. Noise floor is going to get loud starting tonight, so be ready as we start to get into some noise on the HF bands. 10 meters hits 35 degrees north just before sunset by Best World DX here in the north. It's going to be on 15 meters. 12 will come up to about 45 degrees north late in the day, about 6 p.m. Southern Hemisphere, your forecast looks much different. 10 and 12 meters are your top DX bands. That'll work you up to the Tropic of Cancer. If you want to work north of there, you need to be on 15 meters if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Nighttime, amateur radio, decent solar flux index numbers, not really. Good nighttime DX, though. Expect some static crashes due to thunderstorms here in the southeastern United States. Top DX bands on 40 meters. It'll work you well into the evening. Just remember, static crashes are what they are. Shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave. Noise floors are increasing tomorrow. Suitable solar flux index numbers to DX some decent power shortwave with good antennas pointed our direction, of course. And nighttime shortwave listeners, expect fading on weak signals. Okay, SFIs, they could be so much better, guys. Normal bands from 120 meters down to 19 meters, and your top DX bands on shortwave nighttime, 75, 60, 49 meters, 41, 31, 25, and 19 meters. About 3 hours after sunset here in the Northern Hemisphere. In the South, about an hour or so after sunset. There is your forecast, gang. Hello, and happy Wednesday to you. We're going to talk about what you'd like to leave behind today for somebody that's in amateur radio, a skill that you have, and you can pick more than one. Put it in the comment section. We'll make it part of the show. Friday starts Dayton Hamvention ICOM coming with a brand new unseen, unknown HF radio. Oh, it's going to be cool. And our Bill Myers, Kilo Golf 2 Mike, I think, will send us a photo of that said radio. Also, don't forget, if you're going to Dayton, please go to Building 3 at 10 a.m. Saturday to listen to Preston speak about his new MFJ documentary that he has. It's going to be coming out late this year, but he's going to do a little teaser video. And then I'm telling you guys, it's the life of Martin F. Chu. It's fantastic. And I hope you guys get a chance to take part in that. It'll probably fill up really fast. Dayton Hamvention, that's Saturday, May 16th at 10 a.m. in building number 3. Let's take a look at a few calls we've made here from the shack in Florida. First of all, Slovenia.
Hi.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
K7 Hotel November. Thank you for a call. You're 15 on, Larry, all right?
Yeah, you're peaking at 59 here too, Vlado. Nice signal. Tried to work you yesterday. Just didn't have any luck. You got a great signal here in Central Florida. My name is Larry. Over.
Okay, Larry, I really am sorry. Yesterday was a great opening to the West Coast and a beautiful, beautiful signals from the California. Thank you very much for the contact. 73.
Great guy there. That is a wonderful guy here in Slovenia. Next up comes Lithuania, Lima Yankee 5 Alpha. Lima Yankee 5 Alpha, should make the call.
Lima Yankee 5 Alpha. Lima.
Gotta say this, remember when 10 meters looked like that? It was only 3 months ago. It's coming back before the solar cycle's over. We'll get it again. Here's the rest of the call with Lithuania.
Yankee 5 Alpha. Lima Yankee 5 Alpha. CQ10.
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Kilo Rockaway Victor Sugar Golf 59 Candleless John. Good morning.
See, I don't get him every time first.
59. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Kilo 7 Hotel November 59 Candleless John. Good morning.
Good morning, John. Thank you. 59 Central Florida. Name is Larry. Thank you for the call.
Okay, Larry. Thanks for contact. Good signal from Florida.
Love hearing that. That's really cool. All the way in Lithuania with 100 watts and antenna about a meter off the ground. Here comes the last call. This is Finland. Let's try it. Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Good morning, sir. 58, over.
Thank you so much. 58 here in Central Florida with QSB. My name is Larry. Good afternoon to you, and thanks for making the call.
Roger, Roger. My name is Hans Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Hans is my name, and I am blind operator. You can see my pictures on QRZ.com. Over.
Oh, thank you so much.
Did you hear what he just
said? He said he's a blind operator. Listen again. Listen carefully.
Sierra. Hans is my name, and I am blind operator. You can see my pictures on QRZ.com. Over.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to play this call that we're making right now today on my YouTube channel at Ham Radio Live. Thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate it.
Yes, Roger, Roger. Thank you very much. I have to take your call. And West 73 from Belgium. I thank you so much for calling my station. And most of the time, operating 10 meters. This is ON8, Hotel Victor in Belgium. And say 73 to you. Thank you very much. And good morning to you. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you. I said Finland. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. That was Belgium. And, you know, if you've ever wondered why ham radios have speech on them, right? You push the button, and it says like 40 meters, or it says 7.155 megahertz. It's for blind operators. That's why. Ham radio can be a real link to the rest of the world for people who are blind. And it's, I think, one of the coolest parts of our hobby that we don't talk enough about. We just don't. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that the manufacturers do put speech processors and a speech button on a ham radio so people that are blind can make calls. What a gift. What a great, and he was so good and very polite. And I'll tell you what all three of those calls had in common, right? They were done in 3 separate days. They were done at the same basic time, about 10:30 Eastern, and each one of them said good morning. They knew what time it was. They knew it was still morning in the United States. And I don't think enough about that, to say to somebody else, good afternoon or good evening. And it's such a nice touch. So I need to be better about doing that in the future. We're going to take a look at a radio today. It's about $1,000 to $1,100, and it's held its value very well the last 4 years. It's been about the same price. Well, I guess maybe 4 years ago it's like $1,400, but it seems to have bottomed out right about $1,000 to $1,100. It's the ICOM 7600. Here's Bill Allison. He's the former person who would check out radios for the American Radio Relay League, and occasionally he'd put a video on YouTube. Here's his look at the ICOM 7600.
I'm Bob Allison, WB1GCM, here at the ARRL Laboratory. This radio, tested by me and reviewed by Rick Lindquist, WW3DE, shows an improved screen, a more colorful screen, but it does lack the S meter here. We're used to the analog meter. It's built into the display here. You get used to that pretty quickly. And the big difference between this particular transceiver, the IC7600, and its predecessor, the ICOM 756 Pro 3. You know, some people are calling this the Pro 4. But the main difference between the two radios is that this one contains roofing filters. And a choice of 3 different roofing filters, 15 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, and 3 kilohertz. And think of the roofing filter as the first line of defense against strong adjacent signals. There's 15 kilohertz.
Did you guys hear that? It's one of the best examples I've ever heard about the purpose of a roofing filter. Let's play just that piece again that Bob just shared. It's a brilliant way to describe when you close off a band, right? On a super heterodyne, what it's for.
Roofing filters. And a choice of 3 different roofing filters, 15 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, and 3 kilohertz. And think of the roofing filter as the first line of defense against strong adjacent signals.
There you go.
This really improves the ability to block a strong station nearby, and also reduces IMD products, intermodulation distortion products. And that's the mixing of 2 signals spaced equally apart down the band a bit that appears on the desired frequency you're trying to receive on. The IC7600's menu is set up just like the Pro 3, the Pro 2, and the Pro. So if you already have one of those radios, it's going to be fairly easy to understand. I'm Bob Allison, WB1GCM at the ARRL Laboratory.
Love that video from Bob. And one thing I'll share, the first video I ever did on this channel was an unboxing video. And since then, I've never shared another one. I found one today on the 7600. The day, brand new, showed up at this guy's house. Take a look, and then I'll show you him making a call with an ICOM 7600.
Alrighty, this is KB3VXB. Hello everybody on YouTube. I just got the ICOM 7600 and pretty excited to open the box. ICOM 7600. Microphone and everything else. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to open it up. Kilo Bravo 3, Victor X-Ray Bravo.
Kilo Bravo 3, Victor X-Ray Bravo. This is Vermont Station, Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey. Fire away.
Okay, Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Now, one thing Bob Allison said from the American Radio Relay League was about the meter on the 7600 that they reviewed, right? This was after version 2 for the radio was released, and now you see a normal analog meter on it. This is part of what version 2 did to improve the 7600.
All right, and you're my number four contact here with this new radio here, ICOM 7600. And I was wondering, how am I doing? Over.
Hey, you're doing great. I'm also using a new radio to me. I've had it a month. It's a Yaesu FT DX1200, and I've only had it for 4 weeks. So I'm still learning its ins and outs. I'll probably be spending the rest of my life learning its ins and outs. But I'm very pleased with what it's been doing so far. Good evening. My name is Chris. Charlie Hotel Romeo India Sierra. The QTH is in the southwestern portion of the state of Vermont. Manchester, like Manchester, England.
That was the radio for me that got away when I first got my license. And it's been about 8 years that they took that out of production. It was the last big radio, like the 756 Pro 3, and some people called it the Pro 4 because it kind of looked the same on the pen adapter screen, but the 7600 was the one that got away from me when I was looking. Again, you can find them in great condition, $1,000 to $1,100 on the market today. If you'd like to answer today's topic question, it is, what skill would you like to hand down to another ham? Martin in Holland, Pop Echo 9 Tango India Golf, says, stop trying to be the one at the expense of everything and everyone. Try to enjoy yourself with your radio and your opposing station. There's a lot of wisdom there, isn't there? Don't try and be the best at everything. Take time and smell the roses. Breathe a little air. Have a little fun and enjoy what you're doing. Martin, that's a very nice comment. Thank you very much for sharing. Chris, welcome. Golf 7, Victor Echo Oscar. You'll be better if you see his YouTube channel. Find him at Golf 7 Victor Echo Oscar. That's G7VEO here on YouTube. Amazing content there. Really is. He got a call with Jakarta today on 15 meters, but there is some fading on the bands. Thanks for the signal report. Appreciate that, Chris. Very, very much. Thank you. It's good to hear that. Andy in Bristol, he says another good thing to pass on would be the code of conduct, as many hams may not have ever heard of it. Boy, is that a good comment, too. You know, the code of conduct's important because it kind of helps to put some order. And if everyone followed it, can you imagine how a pileup would work? It would be so much more efficient. It really would. It would be like for example, if the Jakarta station was calling, like Chris shows here, right, that he worked Jakarta on 15, right? A person would only give their call sign one time, and that would be it. And then the guy in Jakarta would pick a call, and then go 73, go to the next one. It'd be more orderly, wouldn't be such a mess. Remember I told you a few times about Jim in the South Cook Islands. He was really good at working DX, but what he would do if there was a pileup and it got to be too crazy, he'd just shut down. And Jim now, sadly, is a silent key. Man, oh man, those were good days hearing him on the radio because he just handled the pileup really well. Andy, thank you. Nice comment. I agree. That would be helpful. Jose, my first is a handy talkie. I also love the Baofeng UV21R. By default, the speech was on, but I turned it off. But then I realized it's made for sight impaired folks. Amen. Yep. That's why it exists. And boy, is it important. You know, I wonder, I don't know how many we have in the hobby, but I'm sure glad we have them in the hobby that are sight impaired, but there's the radio, just telling them where it's at, helping them out. Great skill. I don't think I could do it with my eyes closed. Even with the speech on, oof. But they just know where things are at to control the radio. Barry Wendon, welcome back. Golf 6 Juliet Mike X-Ray. Good to see you back here with a comment. He said, Andy, I have the code of conduct on the shack as well. Perfect. It's a good reminder. Visual right there in front of you. Well done. Chris says, my skill I would pass on would be to not be too serious on the radio. Larry would surely agree with that. True. It's got to be fun. If you're not having fun doing something you enjoy, then stop doing it and do something else. Find something new. Chris, thank you. Barry also says, Larry can't beat the DX 9000 MP.
That's my boy!
Giving Larry some more trouble. Sam, are you doing that? Sam is in a bad mood today. Oh, well. Speaking of Sam.
That's my boy!
Spike's here. Welcome, Spike. Hey, Larry and everyone, I was messing with my new Pactena. Pretty cool wire antenna. Totally resonant. Good stuff. That's good. Jeff in Sherwood, today's topic question, problem analysis and solutions. That's a very good one right there. How to figure out why the radio's not doing what you want it to do is a great thing to figure out. Like, you know, when you know that you've maybe pressed the wrong button, but you don't know which button it was, and figure out how to undo what you did. Absolutely. Jeff, great comment. Spike, he says, today's topic question, using wire antennas and 100 watts or less. And that's plenty. It's more than enough to work the world. I remember when I first got into ham radio, right? And I kept seeing all the radios were like 100 watts. The ones I could afford, okay? And not like the 9000, Barry. But anyway, I was like, can I get more? Oh, yeah, we've got amplifiers over there. Like, look at the price of the amplifiers. They were like 3 times the price of the radio. I was looking at a 7300 new, and I was like, okay, how much really can I expect to get out of 100 watts? And the guy at HRO was so cool. He said, well, what antenna are you using? And I said, I'm using a wire. It's a ZS6BKW inverted V. He says, how high is it? 48 feet at the center. He says, oh, you'll do great. You'll do great. He says, especially on 40. You'll probably get across the Pacific. I'm like, no. Yes. Oh, gosh. I'll tell you what. He said, if it doesn't go across the Pacific, you come find me and I'll work you a better deal on another radio in the future. Just bring the 7300 back. We'll give you top trade on it. I'm like, oh, here you go. Here you go. He's like, no, I'm serious. He says, it'll get you across the Pacific. Boy, was he right. Oh, but his first question, what antenna are you using? It's the right question. And it's the right answer today, too. That's a great comment. Thank you, Spike. Brought back a memory. Brought back a great memory to me. Jose, just because we're allowed 1,500 watts on most band doesn't mean we should. Absolutely. Look at Kevin. He's running 5 watts, 100 milliwatts. He's just having a ball and making calls worldwide, too. Around the world. He's working other continents on QRP, so it's kind of cool when you think about that challenge. In each show, I try and bring something, even if it's just a small segment, about something that maybe we don't talk about regularly. Today, I'd like to bring up a little bit of segment on extended single sideband. Before we go further, I know this is a polarizing subject, and it has to do with the amount of bandwidth an ESSB signal uses, right? We're used to 2.7 kilohertz, maybe 3, right? Some radios are 3 kilohertz wide for a sideband bandwidth, transmit bandwidth, okay? ESSB needs just a little more to sound great, but you can still make it sound awfully good and still put it below 3 kilohertz. Let me show you this video. It's from a wonderful man who works, his YouTube channel is called, I think it's Green Mountain Hammer. Anyway, he's really good at ESSB, and he shows how you can take even an ICOM radio, which is one that doesn't go more than 3 kilohertz wide on transmit, and still really improve the transmit audio. He's going to first tell you how he does it, and then he'll let you hear it. Watch this.
To get true ESSB audio, to get the top end that you need to be out at least 3.3 to 4 kilohertz wide to get the real silky top end. So if you're going to run 4 kilohertz wide, please be courteous. Don't do it in a crowded section of the band. Do it somewhere where there's room on each side. And if someone says you're interfering with them and you're running 4 kilohertz wide, please move. Don't be a dink like I hear so many guys do. You know, either wind the bandwidth in for the time being, or, you know, just be courteous. Don't be an asshat. So you make a lot of more enemies than you make friends. I'm just saying that. And I've heard a lot of that on the guys that you'll hear that are really good. Choose a portion of the band where they won't interfere with anyone. So there you go. They're the good guys. What's the difference between absolute and subjective when interpreting audio? Audio is mostly subjective. In other words, it's a personal thing. It's as personal as the underwear you wear, the deodorant you wear, the type of toothpaste you use. There is an absolute involved, though, and that it has to be legible. It has to be copyable. So keep that in mind when setting up your system. I want to discuss, this is a very important thing, and this will plague many people. It plagued me, and I'm anal retentive when it comes to this stuff. The effects of RFI on outboard audio gear and the importance of isolation. So I'll go out to the left wide camera here. So what we have, you can see over here is the rack. It used to be over there, right next to the rig. And I didn't have a problem until I got on 160. I got on 160, and something to do with that wavelength. That gear does not like being anywhere near this the equipment. I swept it with a extremely sensitive field strength meter. I couldn't pick up anything, even with the amp running. So as far as pulse back, RFI, stuff like that, common mode coming in the shack, it's not here. But it's something to do with the wavelength. So my advice would be to, if you're going to do this, keep your rack gear away from your HF station and use top quality cables. Go ahead and spend the money on good cabling, because what good is it if it doesn't work? If you use crap cables, you're wasting your time. So we're going to go right into signal routing, however you want to say it, which is basically signal flow. How do you get the audio from your mouth to the radio? So I'll show you what this looks like. So if you look at this, it goes from the microphone, the preamp, to the preamp. Now this microphone requires phantom power. So the preamp does have phantom power. So you have to be careful if you use a dynamic microphone. Any old preamp will do, but if you use any kind of microphone that requires 48 volt phantom power or anything like that, you will need a specific preamp. Most preamps come with phantom power at this point anyways. To the ultragraph EQ from the preamp, to the 204 oral exciter to the microverb. Now you're probably thinking, why on earth would you need a reverb unit? Well, you want that just a little touch of ambient room space on your audio. You know, you don't, when you stand there and talk to someone face to face, you're probably not doing it in a padded cell. But unfortunately, that's the way the audio comes.
That's basically the chain of how he does it, the equipment he needs to be able to make the audio sound more full and rich. Okay, I'm going to try and speed this up because we did come in here pretty late. Let me show you the demo that he did on an ICOM rig. Now, keep in mind, this is less than 3K wide. Now, ESSB technically pushes over 3K, about 3.4, 3.5. Sometimes you see people just going way berserk. But for the most part, the guys that like doing ESSB are going to be about 3.4, right in that range. This is less than that. So you're not going to hear a lot of the mid and high end, especially more of the high end part of the voice frequencies. But take a listen to how good it sounds on a ham radio on HF.
It's not for everyone, and on average, a good old fist mic that came with a radio is plenty adequate. I'm not saying in any way that is inadequate. I'm just talking about the whole nother side of the hobby, which is ESSB. It's a whole different realm. It's very cool. I'm learning a lot about it. So what I'm going to do now to close out is I'm going to play you a clip that I recorded through the 7300 this afternoon. And it's the audio that is actually going out of the transceiver when I'm on HF. It was looped from the monitor output of the 7300 back to the computer and recorded in the computer. So let me go ahead and key that for you.
So this is what you can do, even if you have an ICOM rig, to kind of, transform your audio. Take a listen to how this sounds and how it would sound on on HF. Don't think of this as DX stuff. You're not going to do well DXing because it's got pretty bottom-ended. It's got a lot more full sound. But, like if you're going to work in the States, if you're here in North America, if you're in Europe to work European contacts, it sounds pretty solid. Take a listen how Steve puts this all together.
Here we go.
Here is a demonstration of ESSB, borderline ESSB audio of the ICOM IC7300. This is a direct output to the computer from the monitor function on the IC7300, and it is the audio being transmitted via RF whenever the radio is keyed. This is not what I would call full ESSB audio, although the amount of audio that is passed through the audio chain in the transceiver is quite impressive. Audio from approximately 50 to 60 hertz all the way to borderline 4 kilohertz, but it does lack, as you can tell, the transparency necessary to bring it truly into the realm of ESSB audio.
Okay.
Thank you to Steve, Green Mountain Maniac there. Really good stuff, right? Full audio. It's good, deep, right? But again, think of it this way. Instead of thinking everything is DX and distance, right? What about people that just get together and talk? Because that's what they do. The guys who run ESSB, and they compare what they think of the audio. And some guys will come up with a new thing and they'll say, oh, what do you think of this? And they'll play it and you'll hear it. And then they'll say, well, I like that. The bottom end was good, or, the highs were a bit rich, whatever, but they're just experimenting with sound and frequency and being able to use it on HF below AM, below 6K wide. They're maybe 3.4, 3.5, but they're still, just like we experiment with stuff, they're just experimenting with the audio frequencies in ham radio. I think that's fascinating. I think it's a really cool little niche. And I thought, we don't talk about it very often. And it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but it is something that's very cool. And I think, I like that. Jeff in Sherwood says, I hear those ops out there. They sound nice, but unnecessary to me. I see only 2 SSB transmit audio modes needed. One for roundtable chat, another for DXing. Okay, then that's fair. That's fair. I would have agreed with you until kind of thinking more about this today and thinking, yeah, but if you're really an audiophile or you like to have your voice sound better, what's wrong with those guys hanging out together on a place in the band where they're not interfering with other people? Notice he said that, right? Because that's the hot button for ESSB. You're taking up more bandwidth than you're supposed to take up. It doesn't belong. But man, what he made a under 3K kilo, this ICOM 7300, I think it's 2.7K on transmit. To make it sound that tight, that's pretty impressive. I thought so. Jeff, thanks for your comment. I appreciate it. Barry Wendon, I use 400 watts. That's all I want. Dose me. He's going to keep on hammering me on that Yaesu 9000. Isn't he? Oh, my goodness. Andy Kelly, Ham Radio. Hello, brother. Always good to see you. And welcome to you Wednesday. Good to see you, buddy. Gosh. Oh, man. Andy says, Larry, you need to look at KB2 UKA. I'll do that. I'll take a look. Thank you for that. Love to get stuff from people. Sharing a whole bunch of stuff. Let's get to the Angry Hams. We got trivia coming up. I got that done today at least. And we'll finish the show. Here we go, guys.
Fire Down Below. Great number. Thanks. Thanks? You didn't write Fire Down Below. No, but the guy who did had just had a bowl of my chili.
Question 1 of 3 today. How much did the American Radio Relay League license manual of 1935 cost? Was it A, 10 cents, B, 25 cents, C, 50 cents, or D, $1? Good luck and thank you. Yeah. Toscan, welcome. Portugal's here. It's good to have you, my friend. Thanks for being here. I listened to my audio today, something I haven't done for a while. It was awful. Really? Oh, man, Toscan, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, touch it up. You'll be fine. That's part of the fun, right? When you have your own radio, be able to touch up your audio. Andy, first one in, Mike 7, Charlie Union November. He has a whole dime. Yeah, no. I thought he was right because I picked a dime too, and I was wrong. That's what happened. Andy Cowley got it. There you go. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, it was 25 cents back in 1935. That's a lot of money back then too. Man, oh man, that's like, I think you buy like a whole breakfast almost for that. Really. Also, Barry Wendon got that, and Chris says, well, I wasn't even born yet, though. Yeah. Toscan, I think it may be RF getting into the audio stages. Get some chokes. Get some RF chokes out there. Pretty easy to find and simple to install. You'll do fine on that, Toscan. Second question, the design of which vacuum tube was influenced by a meeting of Radio Corporation of America, which no longer exists, dang it, RCA, and the American Radio Relay League headquarters technical staff. So what happened is RCA and the American Radio Relay League got together to put together a vacuum tube design. Okay, what was it called? A is the 6146, B is the 807, C is the 6 Lima 6, D is the 7360. A, B, C, or D, good luck, it's hard. There we go. Which one of the tubes was done? To be or not to be? Andy Cowley, Ham Radio, trying to go 2 for 2. He's got C, the 6 Lima 6. No. Andy New, Mike 7, Charlie in November with A, the 6146. Look at that. Andy's back. There you go. Yeah. And this is such a tough question. I spun the wheel here. I said, oh, heck with it, A. And I got lucky. That was how I did it. I mean, it's such a tough question. I'll show you the tube. It's not like super cool looking. This is it. you kind of look at this. This is the 6146, and it's okay. Doesn't look like a 3500Z to me. Now that is a pretty cool tube. Question 3, last one. Where is the best point to place an automatic antenna tuner or coupler? Is it A, at or near the transceiver's output terminal, like a desk, desk tuner? B, at the farthest end of the antenna? C, under the operating desk or table? Or D, at the junction where the feed line meets the antenna? A, B, C, or D, one more time. Away we go. Tom in Bahrain, bless his heart. I never learned my lesson. Andy knew 2 for the win. Andy's pretty sharp. He is. And speaking of Andy, here he is. A, at or near the transceiver's output terminal. No. Good guess, though. This is not an easy one. Toscan in Portugal, Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Oscar X-ray, I believe. I think that's it. Pretty sure. He's got D, at the junction where the feed line meets the antenna, and Toscan got it right. How about that? Well done. Yep. The ideal place for an antenna tuner thing, right, is going to be out at the antenna, right where it comes just before it goes into the actual antenna itself. So you have like a weatherproof box, and it's controlled inside, of course, right? So you send the signal to the tuner outdoors, and it finds a good match and sends it up to the antenna. Why is this the best way to do it? Because of the SWR. If you've got like a mismatch, even if it's 3-to-1, right, or 4-to-1, or 5-to-1, remember it's an antenna tuner, which really doesn't tune the antenna. It finds a good resonance, a good impedance, to be able to get to 50 ohms. It finds a solution. So by getting it at the base of the antenna, it's able to take the power coming from the radio, convert it at the base of the antenna, and it goes straight out over the air with as much power as possible. So it's not heating the ground up on the way. That's the difference. One, if it's in your shack and it's a mismatch, right? It's kind of doing that. It's kind of heating the ground up a bit. But if you do it at the antenna itself, it's going to be able to be a little more powerful and get a little bit more watts out of your antenna. Well done. Boy, I'm proud of you guys. Toscan got it right. Andy got it right. Tom got it right. Andy, I meant the Jose, Jeff, you guys are around the world. And Toscan, wow, first time. Brilliant. That's very good. I'm proud of all of you guys. This is good. That's a tough question. Really is. Today's topic question. What skill would you like to hand down to another ham? Gosh, I'm dark. Oh, you should have saw it yesterday, guys. Oh, man. Right as I closed the show, boom. Big thunderclap, right? And all of a sudden I get out, right? Get the dogs out, and I go and I notice on the TV there's a severe thunderstorm warning. And they're talking about tornadoes kind of being, I'm going, whoa. So I go in the back, right, on the lanai, and Jill and Jack are with me. And Jill hates loud noises. She's very sensitive to sound. Thunderclap. And she's like pawing at my leg, freaking out. I'm like, okay, we're going to go inside now. Turn the TV on loud. Made them lunch. And everything went just fine after that. But you should have seen that storm. Man, we got we got 1.16 inches of rain here. And boy, it was an hour, but it didn't really thunder very long. Could have been worse, and that's good that it wasn't. Today's topic question, what skill would you like to hand down to another ham? I would like to tell anyone interested in getting their ham license or who has a license that's not the top level license, that you are capable of increasing your license class. You are. No matter what you think of yourself, you can do it. It just takes the drive to do it. The question is, do you want to do it? Some people are happy where they're at, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if higher license credentials, or better yet, the privileges that come with it are important to you, go get it. Study, work hard, and get that license, because the best part is, once you have it, they can't take it away from you, unless you do dumb stuff, which you don't do because you're watching this program, right? You're a good person. I sure hope so. If you'd like to get in amateur radio, contact the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org.uk. Just a second. I've done this so many times. I don't like the way this reads. It's just because of, look, we're going to capitalize UK there. It's a country. We're describing some place. Be respectful. Contact the RSGB. They will help you get a license. They will, because what you're going to do is tell them you want your license and where you live in the world. They will then send back to you a local to you ham radio club. Contact the club. They'll help you get licensed. www.rsgb.org. By gosh, we made it. Unbelievable day. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about all the false starts. Wow. That's where I find out that I'm really, truly blessed to have you guys as friends. You still come back, even though I messed the last 4 or 5 up. Wow. I am very grateful for all of you. My name is Larry Dio. My call sign in ham radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Thanks for watching the show, guys. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
Remember those pesky squirrels?
Uh-huh.
Well, I trained them.
Fun! Squirrels cutting coupons.
Yep. It's going to save us a ton of money and time.
I love your brain, Bob.
Me too.
Enough! Your tyranny ends now, you filthy humans! Nut up, my brothers!
You seem so cool!
Yeah! Oh! The day of the squirrel is upon us!
No!
YOLO!
Oh, it's biting my head! Oh, God, it's mating with my mouth. Mommy! Just get it off!
There's a better way to save with Sears and Shop Your Way coupons. Just choose, load, and save up to 20% automatically. In-store or online at Sears.com.
In our last episode, if you'll remember, in the office of the police commissioner and before members of the press, Chicken Man had leaped from the top rung of a stepladder, intending to wing his way through an open skylight in a dazzling display of his flying agility. However, as you'll also recall, the feathered fighter tripped on his left wing while climbing the ladder. Unbeknownst to him, this had caused a slight tear in the left wing, and as a result...
Up that way, winged warrior!
Where's he going?
The winged warrior found himself winging backward into a closed window in the commissioner's office. Much later, in the commissioner's office.
Yes, Commissioner.
Miss Helfinger, would you please bring your scotch tape and come into my office immediately? Thank you for coming. Now, would you please take the tape into that broom closet over there?
Certainly, Commissioner.
Yes.
It's Miss Helfinger.
Come in, please. Would you close the door?
All right.
Now, may I have the scotch tape?
Yes.
It's rather dark in here, isn't it?
Yes, I have my cigarette lighter.
Oh, yes, that's much better. Now, if you would, Miss Helfinger, take this piece of tape. You'll notice a slight tear under the left wing.
Oh, yes.
Could you please?
Yes, there you are.
Thank you. Now, if you'll stand back, please. Oh, yes, that's fine. Thank you for helping. Are you smoking, Miss Helfinger?
No.
Strange. Something seems to be burning.
Oh, pardon me, feathered fighter, but I believe it's your other wing.
Yes, you're right.
Perhaps if you... that doesn't seem to be helping.
No.
Clap harder, wing warrior.
I'm flapping. Good grief!
Well, does this mean fried chicken in the commissioner's broom closet? Will the Midland City Fire Department reach the winged warrior before his goose is cooked? How will all of this affect the feathered fighter's vow to be fair to Midland?
This is the voice Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing off.
That's all, folks.